Alright, so we are still in the introduction area of the course, and I just want to talk a little bit about vibrations and dimensions before we go into the course itself, just because I don't really know what background you have, I don't know what knowledge you have about vibrations and dimensions, so let us all be on the same page and let me discuss a little bit about these vibrations and dimensions, alright? So, everything is a vibration. Everything is a vibration. You remember this mantra. Every single thing is a vibration in our world. Our brains create this image that we see in front of our eyes. This world that we see, and at the end of the day, our receptors, our eyes, our ears, our nose, all of the receptors we have, we see this image of the world as it is. But the reality is that that's only our perception of reality. Reality itself is a bit different. It's much bigger and much more complex than what we perceive in our very, very limited sensations. Alright, so it's all vibration. Everything. You yourself is a vibration, and every object is a vibration, and every feeling is a vibration, and everything is a vibration. Alright, so the reason I mention all of this is because part of Earth changes, or the main thing that is going to change, is that Earth is going to move from what is called third density to fifth density, or another way to say it is it's going to move from third dimension to fifth dimension. Alright, you may wonder what exactly happened to the fourth dimension. Well, for whatever reason, we are not going to discuss that. The changes are going to be very, very fast. And if they were more gradual, then this would have been a gradual movement, a gradual change that would have taken course very slowly, and it would have been us going to the fourth dimension and later to the fifth dimension. But right now, the changes are going to be very, very rapid, and that's why it's going to be through the fourth dimension to the fifth. Alright, so that's why, if you wonder why we don't talk about the fourth dimension too much. Anyway, so this is the main thing. Now, if you wonder what a dimension is anyway, and how it is related to vibration, so again, it's a little bit hard to explain, very quickly, but you should think about everything being a vibration. And vibration is something that can go from very low to very high. There's infinite levels of vibration. Alright, so when a vibration is somewhat lower, it may be called second vibration, second density, for example, or second dimension. And entities that are considered to be in second density, they would be minerals, they would be rocks. These are the types of entities that are of second density. And by the way, you will be surprised to hear that minerals and rocks have consciousness. They have mental abilities, obviously very, very low level in comparison to us, but it still exists. And that's why many people in the New Age movement, they like to have crystals, all kinds of crystals, in their home, in their house, because these crystals help. Their vibration helps to create positive energies that may help out in the home or in the office. So that's, for example, a little bit about second density. Third density is basically our reality right now, Earth right now. The way you experience the world is a third dimension or third density. And that's basically most of us humans, our reality, the objects that we see, all of the animals, Earth itself. It's all in third density right now. And that's the reason that we have not such a positive society, because most individuals are in third density. It means that all society, human society, is in third density. It means that our relationships are in third density. Everything is in third density. Alright, so again, this means a certain level of vibration, because everything is vibration. Alright, so for whatever reason, those low vibrations are also associated, or could be associated, with low level energies or low-level feelings. For example, fear, hatred, racism, all of these stuff, those negative feelings are considered low frequency in comparison to high-level feelings or high-frequency feelings that are of unconditional love and gratitude and joy and happiness and service. All of these things are considered to be high frequency feelings, and that's why when the earth will move to fifth dimension, which is a much higher frequency, we will have people sharing more, basically only of those high frequency feelings. All right, and even today you don't need to wait for the earth to change. You yourself can change already. If you in the majority of your time you have feelings and thoughts and ideas and words, everything that is of high vibration, meaning of gratitude, unconditional love, all of this stuff, I like to call them the values of light, just a term that I like to use. Basically those values, if you share those values, the values of light, then it means that you are, in the majority of the time, you are of high vibration. This means that if I have to label you, I will label you a person of high vibration or a person of light. Alright? Also the idea of light and darkness. It's not a coincidence that I use the term light. The whole concept of light and darkness, this conflict of light versus darkness, is also associated with this concept of vibration. Think about light. High vibration would be associated with the light. Low vibration would be associated with the darkness. And obviously all the gray area that is between. There's not one point of light and one point of darkness. It's not the case. It's like more of all of the gray area between. And that's, different people are closer to the light than others. And also different thoughts, different words, different actions all could be put on this scale between light and darkness. And if you choose the light and you are a person of light, this means that you are of high frequency, and this means that when the earth will change, it will be easier for you. And we will talk more about this later, but you will already be basically in fifth dimension almost. You will be ready for this change to the fifth dimension. Alright, so I hope I managed to make some sense of this concept of vibration and dimensions. I know it's a little bit confusing, especially if you hear it for the first time. I know that people use these terms all the time, but I hope that you are right now getting a better understanding how all of these things are connected. We talked about dimension, we talked about vibrations, we talked about light and darkness, we talked about a lot of things in this video already, and you see that they are all associated together by this concept of vibration. Vibration is the basic fundamental idea, concept of reality, of the universe. That's why I feel that it's important to talk about it in this course. And if you are more interested in those basic fundamental ideas or concepts of reality, then you may consider checking out one of my other courses about the philosophy, the Hermetic philosophy. And I have many other courses that you may be interested. I have another course that talks about light and darkness and many others. So in this video, I just tried very quickly to sum it up into a few minutes of talking about these concepts. Anyway, I hope that right now you will be more ready to understand the transition in the next videos.